Tonight on Patriots This Week. Tested in Tampa, the Bucs were bakering up a way to end New England's winning streak. So the Pats turned to two rookies to lead them.
Bob's to throw to the right. It's caught on by Kyle Williams. Speeding down the right sideline to the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots! Travion gets outside. Goodbye to the 50, to the 10, to the house. Touchdown, Patriots!
Kyle got out the back door. He's fast. You're not going to catch him. Him in 32, Travion, you're not catching him.
I seen green grass, and then it was one way out after that. It's not always perfect. It's never going to be perfect. But I love the way that they compete.
Yet, there was no time to savor this one, as they will be competing again in 4 days, in prime time, against the Jets.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots! And who caught it? Travion Henderson! A hat trick!
That's called taking care of business. Now, it's time for Patriots This Week.
Well, the Patriots in prime time wore their nor'easter rivalry uniforms, and they stormed to another win. The Pats with an 8th straight victory, now 9-2, and that's a winning season for the New England Patriots after 8 wins combined the last 2 years. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Patriots This Week. I'm Bob Socci with my radio partner from 98.5 The Sports Hub, Scott Zolak. We will be joined later by Brian Hoyer. And so the Patriots keep it moving.
Yeah.
Drake May, 280 yards passing, another 100-yard game for Stephon Diggs, and another big night for Travion Henderson.
It's somebody different every week with the 100-yard games. Pop had it. Last week it's Mac Hollins, it's Steph tonight. And it's one of the hardest things to do in the National Football League, to win on a Sunday and then to win again on a Thursday of the same week. That's 4 days of recovery. The league is stuffing this down your throat, but you handled it well. And I think every guy that goes to the podium after this one will tell you, we didn't play our best game of football. And you look up at that scoreboard and you win by 13. You come out here, give opportunities up down inside the red area, don't come away with touchdowns, kick field goals, miss one. Defense gives up the drive at the beginning of the game, but that's okay because that's what they do, because they buckle down after that. And you stare at, they got another 14 spot on the board, the defense does. They're playing and winning as a team, and it's all good. The quarterback continues to amaze you with a different throw every week that's like, wow, how do you do that?
Well, for Drake May, the Patriots, we'll get to their offensive performance, but you talked about the defense. They lost Milton Williams as well on that first drive. So the Jets come out after back-to-back wins over Cincinnati and Cleveland. You figure the Jets are going to hang their hat on Breece Hall. The Patriots, for the most part, after that first drive, really eliminated him from the game without Milton Williams.
And it's everybody's nicked up this time of year. Everybody's dealing with something. But for these guys to go to the tent, then to go to the locker room, which was what Milton did, then come out, stand on the sideline, work out, then get back out there and watch them and still get that pressure, that leverage. Tells you that these guys are real football players, that they know what it means. They're getting paid well, but they want to be a part of it. And they got something special here. They really do. This football team's 9-2. Heading into where you got 10 days to get ready for the Bengals. And you avoid Joe Burrow there. Then you get to come home Thanksgiving week. You're going to get that weekend off. Play the Giants on a Monday night at home. And then you get the bye week before you get the big one against Buffalo, which will probably be for the division.
The Pats showed, too, they can win in a different way because the Jets kind of had things go as scripted. Won the coin toss, received, scored on the first possession, consumed half of the first quarter, only 2 possessions, 1 apiece in the opening 15 minutes. But the Patriots patiently drove downfield. They score on a 7-yard touchdown run by Travion Henderson. They take the lead on another 7-yard touchdown run by Henderson. And as mentioned, May with 280 yards, but it was kind of a quiet yardage night. He made some long throws downfield that were there but incomplete.
Plays to be made.
But a lot of throws with touch to a lot of different receivers again. It was Hollins and Henry, Hop Douglas, but Diggs had the biggest night of all.
No Kyle Williams there. And I thought this was maybe the night where maybe you get Kyle Williams up and running. And I think they tried. And it's just there's three or four throws where you're not even in the same vicinity. But I do think that will come with time. Stephon Diggs is on another plane with Drake May where they operate where normal people can't. That's stuff that Brady would have with Edelman, Gronkowski. Just the trust factor, know where a guy's going to be. And it's fun to watch. You hear the MVP chants down there for Drake May doing wrap-up TV. Mike Vrabel's out there on set. Like, we are back, baby. We are back. I haven't had an angry call in 14 games. It's been great. It's been great.
Well, the Pats are riding their first 8-game winning streak since 2019 when somebody named Tom Brady was the quarterback.
Pretty good.
And we talked about it on the radio broadcast. In the aftermath of the win over the Jets, you're a division team on the other side, and you're trying to rebuild.
Yeah.
And you look across the way, and you know that you have to deal with that quarterback and that team under that head coach, Mike Vrabel, who has them believing and buying in, but especially built around Drake May for the foreseeable future.
Yep, and lot to look forward to. It's there in front of you now. They've set the table. Now they got to go eat the dinner, then get the dessert. I'm not a dessert guy. They can eat as much dessert as they want, but it's there for you. What do you want to do with it now? They've created this opportunity to give themselves something to really hang their hats on, because I really don't know what the identity of the football team still isn't yet. Sometimes this time of year you find it. I remember when Gronkowski told Belichick, we went to Pittsburgh that year. We didn't win, but we knew we had to do something different, and that was run the football to go on to win a world championship. And that's what they did. This team's going to have to probably crank it up a notch, play almost a near-perfect game to make sure you advance in the playoffs, and we can start talking playoffs soon.
And a great way to conclude the week for the Patriots, beating the Jets, of course, within the division after they went to Tampa Bay and defeated the Bucs on Sunday afternoon. And when we come back, we'll be joined by Brian Hoyer in studio to look back on that win over Baker Mayfield and company, a front-running team from Tampa Bay, right after this.
Patriots This Week is brought to you by Cross Insurance, official insurance broker of the New England Patriots. By DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the New England Patriots. And by Sports Illustrated Tickets, 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. 0 fees. Fans deserve better. Visit SITickets.com today.
Cross Insurance Player of the Week is Elijah Ponder. The 6'3", 260-pound linebacker was one of 3 rookie free agents to make the opening day roster. The 23-year-old was an architectural engineering major at Cal Poly, and Ponder recorded the first sack of his career when he downed Baker Mayfield for a 5-yard loss in the Pats' win in Tampa. The Player of the Week is brought to you by Cross Insurance, the official insurance broker of the New England Patriots.
All right, Zoe and I are back in the Bob's Discount Furniture studio, now joined by Brian Hoyer. Brian, good to see you again as the Patriots come off their win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday in a matchup of 2 first-place teams. And Drake May against the Todd Bowles defense, again, despite a late interception, guys, shining this time before a national audience with Romo and Nance back behind the mic of a Patriots game.
You don't have to be perfect every week, and I think that's what some people are missing here. We got spoiled by about 5 straight weeks of perfect football from Drake May. He's 23 years old. He's human. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be perfect. You're going to have an interception like you did. I liked his comment after the game that I like the play, and I like the way it broke down, and I like the way Hollins fought on the back end line. I would not throw that ball to him again. I just got to put it in a different spot. That's the confidence that the kid has. And he made some fantastic throws. The throw on 4th and 1 to Diggs, it's an all-timer. It wasn't the perfect route, but it was the perfect throw and a perfect catch.
Yeah, I mean, it just each week he does something that I've become even more impressed with. Whether it was, you mentioned the touchdown to Diggs, the perfect placement of the football, an incredible job by Diggs to get his feet in, but just the touchdown pass to Kyle Williams. It's one of those plays that I've run before where you have 2 crosser routes. You're not sure which one you're going to throw, so you have to have your feet aligned down the middle of the field. All of a sudden, Kyle Williams breaks out. He has to flip his hips, throw it while he's getting hit, makes an incredible throw. The 3rd down play where he shifts to his left, protects the football. I don't know if you noticed, though. Yeah. 2 hands on the football this time. You could tell they've been working on it. He just continues to impress, continues to get better. And you're right, Zoe, the way that he handles himself. We've been saying this since last year. He just has that it factor about him, right? He deflects. He gives the praise to his teammates. That, you know, Tracy Wolfson's asking about the MVP chance. He goes, shoot, that's probably for Baker. Like, you got it. I mean, how can you not love this kid?
Let's go back, though, to the touchdown pass to Stephon Diggs. It's 10-7 Tampa Bay. Looks like the Patriots are working the clock on the first down snap as May goes down on the turf to score right before halftime. It's 4th and goal to go, half-yard line. Mike Vrabel again injects confidence in the team. Kicked a field goal, same spot against Buffalo. This time they go for 6, and May and Diggs deliver.
He's sending that message that if I think we can win the game doing this, I'm going to do it, guys. He takes chances, and Mike said it after the game, too. too. You don't win a ton in life if you don't put up and gamble a lot. Sometimes you got to roll the dice a little bit. But it does tell me situationally they're thinking about everything. Clock management, awareness. And these are all young kids making plays. Quarterback in his second year. Their tailback's a rookie. And Diggs, a guy that's just been playing above and beyond any of my expectations I had for him.
I was just thinking of the picture of Vrabel at the poker table, right? At the blackjack table.
Encore.
Like, yeah, I mean, he's at the encore. Like, that's who he is, but also what allows him to get there, the confidence he has in his players, the confidence he has in the team. And look, you go for it, you don't get it. I have confidence the defense is going to step up. It's just, to me, as a player, you love it because now when he says, yeah, go for it, you're like, yeah, he believes we're going to get it. You're going to start to get like almost on a Dan Campbell type level here. Like, man, screw it. Just keep going for it because you guys are going to prove me right.
Travion Henderson, 2 touchdowns, 69 yards to put the ball game away after a 55-yarder.
We've been looking for the speed, right, since preseason. Yeah. And he made third and fourth teamers look terrible. Now he's doing it to first teamers. That Tampa secondary, that Tampa front, that's a good one. I'm more impressed with the first one, the 59-yarder, because that's done against a real regular defense. The one at the end of the game, you got everybody up, and it's like splitting it on a fake punt. You know, there's nobody home back there. But he outran a safety and a corner that angles on him at that 59-yarder.
And he almost broke one early in the game,
he
too.
did.
It's a saving tackle by the safety there that prevents a third home run.
Necessity kind of brings it out of you, right? You lose Gibson. Ramondre's hurt. Okay, Travion, it's your chance. And boom, shot out of a cannon. It was unbelievable. Obviously, we were all pumped about Kyle Williams getting his first touchdown, hitting 21 miles an hour, fastest speed of a rookie all season long. Travion's like, don't worry, I'll do it better. 22 miles an hour. And what I loved about the first one, you mentioned, Zoe, Mac Hollins blocking the safety, celebrating on the way. They know. Drake said after the game, if he gets past the secondary, no one's catching him. So you got to love the big play ability of these young guys.
And Williams with his first touchdown, as mentioned. This is a kid that people have been waiting for, too. A lot of questions of Todd Downing, the receivers coach, in recent weeks, of Vrabel and company. What are we going to see from Kyle Williams going forward?
I just love the personnel call that Josh had on this. He brings in Hooper, takes out Henry, and then he sends Hollins in motion, which is sort of the blocking edge guy. And you bring in the third tight end, put him at fullback. Oh, this is a rundown, guys. We're saying run. It's play action. You dupe it on a two-man route. And I don't know what was more impressive, the run after it or the throw. The throw was pretty damn impressive if you look at it from behind. The way he put the ball right in and laid it right into him.
Well, it wasn't just an offensive story for the Patriots in Tampa. We'll talk about the defense right after this.
Back off, 37. Back off, 37. Back off, 37. Back inside. Yes. Got him. Got him. Got him. Got him. Got him.
All right, it's time now for your Zoe Show. Call a little bit of an audible. We're coming out of a piece mic'd up with Josh McDaniels on the sideline, telling you to do what, folks? Watch number 37. More importantly, tell Drake May to watch number 37. You say, why? Okay, let's go to the tape real quick here. Freeze it. So number 37 is right here. This is Dom Jones, cornerback. Now, he's a rookie. This is what you want to do. You want to attack rookies with veteran players. Kayshon Boutte here. Obviously, you got a stack. Now, what he's telling you to watch is the footwork. See how he's sort of cheating in right here? Which means come here, stem it, and look at this room that we're going to have. This is the touchdown to Kayshon Boutte. Now, go ahead and play it. Freeze it right here. What Drake's looking at is this safety. He's starting to come back here, and you're getting doubles in the back. Which look at the positioning of Dom Jones right there. And look at Boutte right here. Right there, stop. What you have is all this real estate out here to throw the football to. The worst place for a receiver to be is right here against this boundary. You don't want that. You want to have this type of room to the middle to allow the quarterback to fade you to the outside. Just like that, makes it an easy touchdown. And we'll take another look at it right here. Here's your snap. We're watching 37, watching 37. Drake's watching his safety, little eye control. Good route through. A lot of space to the outside. And that's how you draw them up. That's what makes offensive coordinators happy. More importantly, people that cover the team happy and fans. There's your Zoe Show.
We're back in the Bob's Discount Furniture Studio. The Patriots winning over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by a 28-23 final. It wasn't just the offense, although the defense got off to its usually poor start. They allowed a touchdown, 65 yards on the first drive by the Buccaneers, and then for the most part, shut down Tampa Bay with the exception of the outstanding young receiver, Emeka Egbuka.
When you play a ton of zone, I think good quarterbacks have the confidence, and Baker just fired it in there to Egbuka. And I mean, he just runs a little bender inside, runs the deep end, and he's wide open. When you man up and match them, it's a much more difficult throw for the quarterback, isn't it?
Yeah, with tighter windows, right? I think the one thing when you're a quarterback and you're going against zone defense, as long as the rush isn't getting to you and you can get to maybe 1, 2, even 3 in your progression, there's going to be spots. That's what zone defense is for. You got to give them credit. They hang in there, they make adjustments, they play tough, and the overall intensity with which this defense plays, I mean, that has to give you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, and they come up with third down stops in key situations, too. The Buccaneers are driving for a touchdown, it appears, to go up 14-7. The Patriots stop the momentum of that drive, force a field goal. That gives the Pats the chance to take the lead right before halftime. Then with the Patriots protecting the lead after the May interception in the second half, kind of a similar story. Promising drive for Tampa Bay, eventually taken out of field goal range.
You get it to midfield, you get it to Otten. Next thing you know, they're down to the 28 already with all 3 timeouts sitting there staring at him. And then you get a couple blitz calls. And what a play by Woodson to get there to make the hit, to jar it loose, and you get off the field on another blitz. So they saved their tail, the defense did, and that's kind of the mantra. That's what they've been doing. Slow start, adjust, and then we play ball.
You know, Mike Vrabel brought in some linebackers who he had in Tennessee, various points, Robert Spillane, and Jack Gibbons has been kind of an under-the-radar player for this team. Very aggressive linebacker several times on Sunday. Came up with key plays for them, getting more snaps in place of Christian Ellis.
I think Gibbons made a name for himself on Sunday, like your national CBS game. Everybody in the country is, who's this Gibbons guy? Who the hell's 51, you know? And you're biding time here, too, as we get ready to play Cincinnati next week. So it's sort of a half bye. Then you got the bye coming down the road. All those nicked up guys like Ellis, guys like Booty, they're going to benefit from this and get healthy as you get ready for the stretch run.
One guy who exerted pressure right away, Caleb Von Chason. We haven't talked about him a whole lot on this show, but this is a guy in the midst of maybe his best season. Former #1 pick for Jacksonville. He's bounced around a bit the last several years, Carolina, Las Vegas. Looks like he's found a home.
It almost has a team of destiny feel, right? You're bringing some of these guys in, not well known. Chason having a tremendous season opposite of Harold Landry. And you see the clips, right? You see him working with Vrabel during the week, working his hands. Like, what does the coaching allow him to get to his full potential? I think you see that with a lot of guys that are playing, especially on that defensive side of the ball.
Well, as Zoe said, it's a mini-bye for the Patriots. These guys don't have a game to predict. Instead, they're going to look back on the season to date right after this.
Patriots This Week is brought to you by Cross Insurance, official insurance broker of the New England Patriots. By DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the New England Patriots. And by Sports Illustrated Tickets, 50 million sports, concerts, and theater tickets. 0 fees. Fans deserve better. Visit sitickets.com today.
It hasn't been the most consistent of seasons for A.J. Brown, but make sure you start the Eagles receiver this week when the Lions come to Philly. Detroit's secondary has been picked on all year long. Brown should score you some points this Sunday night. It's time to sit Bo Nix. The second-year QB has had an up-and-down season, and the Chiefs, who are coming off the bye, host one of the league's better secondaries. But don't sleep on Jordan Addison. The Vikings receiver has been solid as a 1-2 punch with Justin Jefferson, and the Bears are coming to Minnesota with a porous secondary. This week's fantasy picks are brought to you by Verizon.
Welcome back to the Bob's Discount Furniture Studio. Time to close out Patriots this week, with the Pats coming off 3 games in 12 days, a mini-bye this weekend. So, guys, let's take Drake May off the table, and I'm going to ask you for your biggest, most pleasant surprise from the Patriots this season to date.
Am I starting?
Go ahead.
I'm going with Stephon Diggs. He's got 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now, it's not from the route running. For me, it's the leadership, which I never counted in. I know Steph Diggs is a talented player. I know he's a gamer. but he shows up, and when he's right, he balls. And I love watching him during the game when the defense is out. He's trying to get the offensive guys off the bench, support everybody. First guy shaking hands when guys come off the field. I'm going with Stephon Diggs.
I'm going to talk about how quickly this culture has been built of camaraderie, of unselfishness, and it really does start with guys like Stephon Diggs. You know, you only know what you hear about a guy or what you might see, and to see this guy come in and be a leader, a guy like Mac Hollins, the defensive guys come in and basically see a throwback style of Patriots football that we're accustomed to. And when you have that, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, and this is a team that, remember, started 1-2 after Mike Vrabel and the company tried to tamp down expectations coming out of preseason, and here they are, again, a prime contender not only to win the division, but to make a run in the playoffs at this point. For Scott Zolak and Brian Hoyer, I'm Bob Socci. Thanks for joining us. Next week, we'll preview the Cincinnati Bengals on Patriots This Week. So long, everybody.